Hello, Internet, and it's October. I'm joined here today with my good friend Bones, named after my favorite medic, and because I find it hilariously unimaginative to call this Bones, while hilariously ingenious to name him after a Star Trek character. I am one part concerned for what I find hilarious, and one part really amused by my own self. Well, me and Bones here today are going to bring you a Top 5 Wednesday, and I believe this week's Top 5 Wednesday is creepy settings. I do not have any particular books to give you reference, or video games, or any sort of entertainment outlet to give you a specific reference for any of these situations, but in general, I find these settings sort of creepy and these situations sort of odd. So let's get to my top 5. Number 1, the world breaking down around you. So you know those books, those shows where like the character will be running for their life and all of a sudden the world, the environment, whatever's happening is like breaking down around them, is no longer existing all around them. Like, it freaks me out, the thought that like the world that you're in is like breaking down, that you're barely struggling to survive. I don't know if that's so much creepy as it is just truly terrifying, but it's creepily terrifying, especially when it is like a fantasy sort of depiction versus a sci-fi. I'm thinking more of a Coraline-esque sort of situation where an imaginative world, a world that's built up on thoughts, is crumbling down. Reality is crumbling down around you, and like there's heavy breathing and someone trying to escape. Like, that creeps me out. Situation number 2. This is not so much a setting as it is a certain thing that just creeps me out beyond belief, and that is autonomous hands. Hands that are not connected or have no connection to a body, yet move by themselves. We can think of the Addams Family, that creepy little driving hand. We can think of Vasa in the Night. There's 2 hands in that walk around by themselves. What else? In Coraline, the other mother's hand detaches and it walks around by itself. I just am really freaked out by hands that move autonomously. They creep me out. It doesn't matter what the setting is, but if there is an autonomous hand in that setting, it is bound to freak me out. Think of sci-fi, like when android hands or cyborg hands just start crawling around using like technology. That too freaks me out. I like my hands detached to bodies. I want my hands to be attached to a person or a personoid or to something versus walking around by itself. It doesn't work for me. I'm sorry, it creeps me out. Third setting that creeps me out: laboratories. Any sort of laboratory, specifically scientific experimental laboratories that have to do with creature experiments. Those freak me the fuck out. If a scientist has verged away enough from morals to dissect living creatures, to condense and splice creatures, I'm freaked out, okay? If you feel okay with doing those things to other living beings without their permission, without their consent, without them understanding what's going on, you're a messed up person, and you freak me out and you creep me out, and anything you're involved in also creeps me out. I do not like laboratories because I do not trust people to not try to experiment on me, and I like all my insides on the inside, if you know what I mean. Number 4 is going to be sort of weird, and that is bedrooms. Now, bedrooms in and of themselves aren't creepy, but there are certain situations in books when someone is introduced to a other person's bedroom, which is odd enough as is when you think about it. You entering someone else's bedroom, it just contrasts the difference between you and that person to see what that person's tastes are and what they're comfortable with and what they call normal. I've always been intrigued by that, but when it comes to, say, novelization of that topic. When you enter in someone else's domain and then the character starts to notice very odd things about that person's room, like it was overly bright or overly cheery, or this person was comfortable sitting in the dank dark with like 20 spider webs in the corner. I have no idea why, but the thought of you overanalyzing someone else's bedroom to a paranoid detailed extent in any situation creeps me the fuck out, not only because you found reason to overanalyze someone's bedroom, but now I am paranoid because the writer thought it was reasonable to overanalyze someone's bedroom. I'm sorry, that's creepy. Bedrooms are weird. I rather just go into bedrooms of people I know I trust, because weird shit happens in bedrooms. Don't get me wrong. If you're reading something creepy, don't enter the bedroom. You know something bad is going to happen in the bedroom. Monsters live under the bed. Monsters live in the closets. Monsters like bedrooms. Therefore, I do not like bedrooms that aren't my own, because I got monster repellent. I know there ain't no monsters in here. They stay away from me, but I don't know about other people. Number 5, again, is not a specific setting, more so a particular sort of feeling that happens, and that is the weeping angel concept. So in Doctor Who, there are creatures called weeping angels. I'm sure everyone has heard about it by now, but they are monsters that you have to continually watch, and you can never blink because they move when you are not looking. So in any situation in which you have that paranoia, that thing on the back of your neck that's saying something's watching, but every moment you turn around because you're like, something bad's about to happen, but yet nothing bad happens to you, and you just live in that perpetual fear of something happening to you, that creeps me the fuck out, and I get out of any situation like that. I ain't messing around with weeping angels because those are creepy, because I'm gonna be constantly paranoid that I'm about to blink any second, that like the moment I open my eyes, the moment I do something, them weeping angels is coming for me. I don't like situations like that. I do not like any situation in which I am in a state of constant paranoia. I am very uncomfortable with those situations, understandably, and I get very anxious in those situations. They creep me the fuck out. I am getting out of any situation in which you intensify the levels of paranoia I'm supposed to feel, because I ain't about jump scares. Some people like that adrenaline pumping. I do not. I do not like that adrenaline pumping. I don't mind mystery, but when you keep teasing me with my death, nah, I ain't a fan. Don't tease me with my death, just kill me. So that is the end of my list. I think in general, these were just things that I personally find creepy versus situations I find creepy. I just find certain strange things creepy. Comment down below if you also find these strange things creepy. I don't think I have the same understanding of what is creepy as other people, aka Bones that I'm holding in my hand is absolutely adorable. The Dementor Funko Pop that I own is absolutely precious. But autonomous hands freak me the fuck out, and bedrooms are things that I only go into if it's my own. So what are your creepy things, and what are the things that you find oddly creepy? Don't limit yourself to a setting, because I don't think that a human consciousness limits ourselves to a setting either. What setting do creepy hands exist in? Also, comment down below if you know that. Click all of those bunnies down below if you like what you see here, you want to see more, and goodbye, Internet.